Ah, Scotland! A wild land of mountains and lakes, magical castles, beautiful little coastal towns, and Britain's largest collection of disused oil rigs. Wait, what are those doing there? I've come to Invergordon, 25 miles north of Inverness, or 40 minutes on the train. It's a fairly typical small Scottish town. Lots of 1- and 2-storey houses made of the local stone, and a perfectly straight high street with the kind of crossroad intersections and grid system that you find in every town all over America. Oh, I should make a video about that. What makes this place a little different to your typical small Scottish town is what you find down here at the port. The Cromarty Firth is a deep, natural harbour, which turns out to be full of disused oil rigs. And if you're like me and you've lived most of your life on dry land, chances are you've never seen a view quite like this. They call it the oil rig graveyard. When the oil price dropped sharply in 2008, and then again in 2014, the drilling industry became less and less profitable. And so to save money, the oil companies took a lot of platforms out of service. The older ones were sent for scrap and recycling, but it costs a lot to scrap an oil rig, and even more to build a new one, so in many cases it made sense to simply store the unused platforms somewhere until the price of oil goes back up and they can go back out to sea again. The Cromarty Firth is the obvious place to put them. It's a sheltered bay with easy access to and from the North Sea oil fields, with facilities for repair and maintenance. There's even a cafe, which isn't open, but you can still sit outside on the picnic tables and enjoy the view. Next to the cafe, I found a pier, which you either definitely aren't or maybe are allowed to walk down. I decided to take the risk in order to get a slightly closer look at the oil rigs. It's difficult to tell from here, but these things are beasts. They're usually about 100-110 metres long and 60-70 metres wide, which makes them the size of a small football stadium. Not pitch, stadium. We're not talking Wembley, but maybe Kenilworth Road. Heading out of town to the east, I found another picnic table, just in time for lunch, with a superb view of the Firth, the beautiful Scottish Highlands beyond, and an oil rig. The local residents have complained about the rigs, saying that they're an eyesore which puts off tourists and hurts local businesses, but then I'm a tourist and I say that's what makes this place unique. Where else could you see a train go over an oil platform? And no, I'm not going to admit how long I had to stand there to get that shot. The point is that without the rigs, there's 1,000 other places in Scotland that look like this. But if you like the surreal effect that you get when you take an everyday scene and put an oil rig in it, there's only really one place to come. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please slap a like on it, or let me know in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. You can also follow me on Instagram at the.tim.traveller, where you might get some sneak previews of what's coming up in future videos. Don't forget to include the dots, because otherwise you'll get some other bloke who's nowhere near as interesting.